Hello there. Welcome to the Word Café Podcast. This podcast has been designed with created content that centers on the power of words. Can we really do anything without speaking? Can we really do anything without the agency of words? Yes, that is what this podcast is all about. And I am your host, Amakri Isobe, your neighborhood word trader. I believe in the power of words, for it is the unit of creation. I trade in words to profit my world. And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything. Wherever you're joining in from, yes, wherever you're listening at this very moment, how are you? Yes, I need to ask that question because it means a lot to me. How are you? Yeah, I know it's been, should I call it a wonderful moment to be alive, on the earth, and with all of the challenges, looking at us, an opportunity for us to, live, become. Okay, why am I sounding this way? It is the 3rd year anniversary of the Word Café Podcast live show. So super excited. I was telling myself, what am I going to do today? What am I going to discuss? What am I going to talk about? But honestly, I just want to appreciate God. Yes, 3 years. I was looking at the catalog, the first episode, which that was sometime in 2021, March to be precise. Yes, as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at it. And March 2021, where are you? Come up. Yes, that was March 17th, 2021, precisely on my birthday. And that was when we recorded, what was that? My first reading experience. And since then, it's been like every Wednesday, we just come into the studio, and do something because we know you are there listening. I am super excited, looking back 3 years, 3 wonderful years, Okay, let's look at it. When did this journey all begin? When did it begin? Yes, that was, I think, during COVID 2020. Yeah, and it was like the world came to a stop and we needed to just get words out there to encourage people. And I discovered so much about myself and sitting within like minds. And I was listening to, we call her the podcast queen. She was the first I listened to about podcasting. That is Tomra Woswago. Shout out to her, and so it all began from that point. I remember, sitting under her tutelage, to learn the ropes, what podcasting was all about, how to go about it, the show notes, the intro, the outro, the messaging, and your guest list and all of that. Initially, I was a little bit apprehensive. I was like, okay, how is it going to be? How am I going to start? And all of that. But you know what? Like she would always say, done, not perfect. It's all about progress and not perfection. You're making progress. And that was how it began for me. And now, I began to look at, okay, what do I call the show? I remember putting up a survey out there and coming up with certain titles, and people who knew me for who, who knew me were like, and they picked the word cafe and all that just to let you know, I love coffee a lot. Yes, I take, I would say substantial. I do coffee practically every day. And I also love talking with people, sharing ideas. I will call it arguing intelligently and bring in strong reasons and all of that. So these two combinations for me, form the Word Cafe. And I remember when I was trying to do my intro, I was asking myself, how do I begin? How do I approach it and all of that? I sat down to write certain things, script it, to put some thoughts together and all that. And what came to me was, I believe, yes, in the power of words, for it is the unit of creation. I trade in words to profit my world, I beg your pardon. And I am your neighborhood word trader. Amakri Isaway, the wordsmith. Because everything I just said now, that's me. That's me, as in every day of my life. This is what I deal with. These are the things I deal with. These are the what I call it, the elements I play with in, shaping everything around me. These words came out and I was like, okay. And from there, yes, like who would say, the rest is history. But it has been a pleasant and amazing journey. The topics we've talked about on the show, the guest list. I've had amazing people on the show, from let us look at it from HR professionals to everyday people, regular people who somehow have found themselves in that thing, and they've succeeded in it. And it's like it is very obvious they are out there living. We've had them on the show. Yes, we've had men, women, we've had amazing people on the show. We've even had children. Once I had my son and his friend on the show. We've had amazing moments when we talk about, like, celebrate International Women's Day, which coincidentally falls on the same month and the same period with our anniversary. Yes, exactly that period. That was when the Word Cafe started. And so we've had a lot on the show. It's been amazing, I must say, wonderful. The other day I sat down to go through, as in the various episodes, things we've talked about, the people we've had on the show, and I was like, wow, you mean we've had all of these people, come through the show? I must tell you, the truth is humbling. And again, the things we have learned on the show, I personally, yes, what I've come to learn, about podcasting, what I've come to learn about producing, yes, because that's what we do, one-stop shop. What I've come to learn about what do you call it, directing, scripting, show noting, if I must use that word, and all of that. It's been amazing. And come to see the world of podcasting, how, when you get into that world, you come to see so many, you see a lot of people, a lot of, should I say, genre of podcasting. You see a lot, from pop to pop culture, music, spiritual, life coaching, and all of that. The atmosphere is just so rich and vibrant with so much energy, and that's what it has been. Sincerely, that's what it has been. For me, as an individual, it has come to shape me, sitting here talking into the microphone, knowing that you're there listening, honestly. Now, before coming on, I was just playing it in my head. One will ask, what is the formula to success? What is the formula to, like, succeeding at something? What is the formula? How would you say it? Yes, so many people will say so many things about it. But there's one thing I've come to see that guides any form of success. It is called consistency. Consistency. Before the show started, I had so many questions. I had so many questions. What do I do? How do I do? Who do I talk to? Where do I go? And all of that. And I still remember those words from my teacher, the podcast queen, Tomra Woswago, and when she said, "Done, not perfect, just go out there," and I started from that point. But you know what? I started reading, researching, yes, into various topics, things I am interested in, and at the same time, I think will interest my audience, and all of that. I just, you would call it that hunger. Yes, that hunger. And I was just going and going and going and asking and researching and querying and all of that. And somehow that quest to be better, to do this thing, and to reach out to people opened up amazing doors. Yes. Yeah, some people turned me down, as in guests, to come on the show. But you know what? I would say out of 10, maybe 2 turned me down, but 8, they were all excited. I want to come on your show. I want to be on your show. And somehow it brought me in contact with amazing people. It has brought me in contact with them. And some of them, we have formed this professional relationship within this space. Like we exchange notes, we exchange ideas, like somebody like Perry Teams, in the world of HR. I'm a HR professional anyway, my 9 to 5, as we call it. So, I met him, Perry Teams, on this show. I met him on LinkedIn, to be precise. And, he just like, come on, Amakri, let's do it. And he came on the show. He's been on the show twice, and he has shared some amazing thoughts, and he's a thought leader within that space. And somehow each time I reach out to him, it's like, why not? If not? And it's been amazing. I must say, it's been amazing having this wonderful. I'm going to share with you certain things I have learned on the show, doing this. Certain things I've learned, on the show. I'm going to share this. These were something I, in a class, one of the classes I attended, and in course of, yes, the word doing this. And I learned this, and I'm going to share it with you about 5, I will call it nuggets. You want to remain relevant. Like, I want to remain relevant, even in this field, in podcasting. What I do, I want to stay fresh. I want to stay afloat. And what I got was, you must learn to innovate. Yes. If you want to remain relevant, you must learn to innovate. One is social listening. You must understand your environment, feel your environment, observe the trend. You want to stay relevant. Yes, you don't want to stay stuck. You don't want to stay there, like, social listening. You must listen to your environment. What's happening? There's a war in Ukraine. How does it affect, how does it affect me here in Africa? How does it affect somebody somewhere in Asia? How does it affect the people in South America, North America? How does all of this come together? So you're observing the trend, the price of crude oil, energy skyrocketing. How does it cascade? How does it come down? So you're looking at music, for example. Recently in the space of gospel music, Afro gospel has just come on the scene strong, and all that. So you're listening. You listen to what is happening. I don't believe in the trend, so to say. I believe in the truth, but hello, there's a trend out there, so how do I weave it? How do I tell that story? Then ideation, content creation, you generate ideas. What is key here is sensitivity. You want to create the content. You want to create that content, So how do I go about it? How do I generate ideas? How do I fall into that space of ideation? How? It's one question you ask yourself. So it piggybacks on social listening. Yes, social listening. Okay, I want to talk about energy trend and how it affects the generality of the public, how it affects price index and all of that. So what do? I begin to think, am I into this? Am I into that? Am I into branding? How do I advise? You understand? How do I talk to those within that space? Ideation. Then you must learn feedback, learn to listen. It may come as maybe positive or otherwise. Yeah, you get this kind of feedback. Some of them might not come. You understand? All of this on the show. Yes, then repurposing, retooling, reskilling. Yeah, repurposing. How do I stay fresh? How do I stay afloat? How do I remain relevant? Ability to repurpose, ability to reskill, retool, tell that story. You've been telling it, but you've been telling it in a different way. And each time you tell it, people learn something new. So your art of storytelling must be, should I say, on point. Collaboration. In this space, I've come to see the power of collaboration. I would call it the power of two or the power of three. This is not just multiplication in that sense. You see this leap. There is this, should I say, exponential. I've had amazing people on the show and them sharing the episode with their own audience, and you come to see this, would I say, exponential growth. You collaborate. And there's something you must understand. No fear here. No jealousy. Rather, you see yourself, you get better. You get better. You get better. Then you embrace technology. Yes, this space is driven by technology. You must embrace it. You must learn to embrace it. You must learn to hold on to it. Use it to your advantage. The rise of the AI and all that. I talked about it on this show. How many episodes backwards now? If you go listen to it, so it's not like it's the end of the world. No, that you use it to your advantage. It's technology. You use it to your advantage. Yes. When you talk about ChatGPT and the generative AI world and all of that, you use it to your advantage. Your message is important. I learned all of this. Your message is important on this show. So over the last 3 years, I have come to develop, or rather I say embrace all of this, and also to develop that unique messaging out there. The world is never tired of receiving good things. Yes, the world is never tired of receiving good things, and we all must be ready. And that is what we have been doing on the Word Café Podcast. It's amazing. The other day I looked at the reach, looking at the analytics now. I looked at the reach, how far this voice, what we do here within this space, how far. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God. I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone who has been part of this story. I want to say a very big thank you. I want to appreciate my wife. She from the very beginning, she's been there. My children, they've been there. To tell you, somehow they now know what daddy what podcasting means to daddy. So I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for those who have accepted to come on the show. I can't just call all the names now, so I don't miss anybody, but you know yourself. I'm grateful. I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you to all of you, wherever you are on the surface of the earth. You are part of, I call it, the wall of gratitude within the Word Café Podcast. On that wall of gratitude, your names, if I must say that, yes, they are all there. I can see them with my mind's eyes. I want to say thank you. A very big thank you to all of you. I am grateful. What would, yes, the next 365 days look like within this space? Well, let me tell you, I know it's going to be amazing. Yes, I know it's going to get better. Do you know why? Because the path of the just is as a shining light. It only gets brighter and brighter and brighter. So that is what I expect on the show going forward. Yes, better days, better things. Yes, the challenges may come, but hello, within the challenges lies the message, and we will walk, yes, through it by His grace. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I am super grateful. I want to thank God above all for this 3 years. He's been faithful. He has been faithful. Guys, that's what I came to do on the show today. Just to say thank you. Just to appreciate all of you for being there, for supporting me in one way or the other. I'm grateful. I won't fail to say a very big thank you to my team. Yeah, I have a team of amazing people I work with. Yes, Mark, he handles most of my editing and production here and there. Mark, amazing. Toby and the team, you know, they the social media angle, they are amazing. I have, sometimes, most times, I won't say sometimes, when you go on my YouTube channel, you will see the videos and all of that. That's the work of Jeffrey. Yeah, my cinematographer, amazing personality. I just want to say thank you to all of them. Yes, to Theophany, to Emmanuel Igbo. Yes, because you know what? Starting the Word Café Podcast opened other, should I say, forms of expressions. You if you go on my YouTube channel, you will see it. And yes, you've been following it. Yes, it opened other forms of expressions and all of that. And all the names I've mentioned, there are people, you know, God brought my way in making this a reality. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. And I want to use this opportunity to appreciate my mentor, Safela Durotoy. Yep, God has used him in so many ways. Amazing to teach me, you know, speak words into my life and help me, you know, like understand the cause better and to steady the cause. I want to say a very big thank you. Thank you to every one of you out there, every one of you. I know if I start calling the names one after the other and everybody, I may miss some, but bear with me. I love you. Sincerely speaking, I do, and I appreciate you. Yes, you listening to me right now. You've been there. You've been there. You have always been there listening to me. And your presence, your being there is pulling the best out of me. And I want to say thank you. Thank you. You know how we say it on the show. This is the space where we come in to lean on one another's experience to forge a positive path. Yes. I believe in the power of words, for it is the unit of creation. I trade in words to profit my world. My name is Amakri. Amakri is away. Your neighborhood, what? Trader. The word Smith. Yes, all of this was made possible on this show. Well, I gotta go now. I wish I could just stay here and for us to like talk and talk and talk. But don't worry. 365 days ahead of us. We have so much to talk about. We have so much to share, and we have so much to face. together and surmount and become stronger. Thank you. Till I come your way again. Bye for now. Awesome time it has been with you on the Word Café Podcast today. Thank you for being there. You can catch me up on my social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, all at Amakri Isoboye. Also, you can get copies of my books, A Cocktail of Words, The Color of Words, my HR notebook, and Hocus Focus on God on Amazon and Roving Heights online bookstores. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at the same address at Amakri Isoboye. I love to hear from you and how this podcast has impacted you. You can leave me a message at my email address, amakrigaribaldi@gmail.com. That is AMACHREEGARIBALDI. Yes, till I come your way again. Bye for now.